Hello again. This is episode 4 of my space engineer adventure. And when we left off last time, we had just set up a new system where I could just drop ore and parts and supplies and whatnot into the main hopper there. And I thought, well, the only thing that we're really lacking is uranium, and unfortunately the only way to do the uranium is to mine it. So I built, in my view, a pretty simple miner. Of course, with this update, this is like before the last update. In the last update, they added moving turrets and whatnot, actual working large ship turrets, and curved or elbow conveyor tubes. So I got a few extra conveyor parts in here, but everything still should work as intended. And one of the bigger challenges of the mining ship, and here we can show you. Just hop right in, and we fire off the. I'm not going to move the ship around. I'm just going to fire up the drills, and I can show you kind of what happens. And you notice the flaring and the thrusting of the thrusters as I'm rotating the drills. So because of the torque in the drills is causing the whole ship to move, which can become problematic when mining. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to try to add some stability to this. Now I have made some efforts in stability by actually adding extra thrusters, and the one large one in the back there. The extra thrusters to keep so the inertial dampeners can hold the ship steady. But I think if we add some mass to it, we can even make it even more stable. So let's see if we have anything in our inventory. We do, but we don't need all that stuff. I think I'm just going to build some heavy armor blocks on the ship to try to add some weight to it. First, let's get rid of some of this excess. These excess parts, because all we're going to need is steel plates. So even doing this, I'm throwing it back down in my manufacturing system. So let's run back down here. Pull out some more plates. I'll start building more. There he is. Oops. Bumped into something. Oh yeah, dull. Okay. So let's start off with here, and possibly at the same time we can protect some of the sensitive parts on here. So let's start with the sides. We're going to do some heavy armor slopes. Flip that around. Alrighty. As you notice, it takes more steel plates as a small block normally would, but it's also heavier. Okay, and I'll be back once I have this done and we can redo the test. Alrighty, I am back, and I have added the heavy armor all the way around the mining or the drill ship, and see some things here. We're going to give it a try, test the stability. I think it's a little more stable, hard to say. So I'm going to ease on in. Something that looks like it needs to be drilled. Not sure if this asteroid has anything on it, but see some things. Just get straightened around. And let's give her a test here. Okay, it's probably going to be loud. Oh, good, it does work. Sometimes it's hard to judge distances with this. There you go, a little bit of shadow, and touch. And here we drill and drill. And how this drilling ship is set up is that all the ore that it collects through the drill heads will be transported through the conveyor system into the storage container. Okay, still have a little bit of stability. Whoops. Of course, there are 4 drills on this, so still have to be careful, but it's not as difficult as it was before. The torque compared to the whatever it was that was drilling. So be careful not to bump up against the walls. That's how components get damaged. Okay, let's see what we've dug up. You notice there's nothing in the drills. And look, it's all stone. Lovely. So, garbage. Well, let's go dig up some iron. That at least is useful. And it's close by. Of course, due to the resources that we have available to us, we're not really going to need iron that much in the near future, anyway. Although I do see uranium on my ore detector. Possibly on the other side. Let's back up. Take a look around. Possibly on the other side of this asteroid, though I think we're going further away from it. Iron, platinum, blah, 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 blah. Little specks of gold here and there, little specks of iron. Which the cool thing is you can see the color coding as well, so it's not just some, might be something in here. Hard to tell, the uranium shows up as black. Let's see if we can move this thing over on this side. Not really. Well, this might be a little bit of something. A little bit of something useful, perhaps. So we've got a lot of everything else, but what we're going to be needing is uranium. especially for the running of the machines and whatnot. Now the solar panels will keep the lights on and keep your suit charged, keep the gravity generator running. Anything beyond that, you either need a whole lot of solar panels. This looks like uranium, and I am correct. It is uranium. And we have, yep, uranium filling up. Good. This is exactly what we want. Okay, so I'm going to spend a little time mining this, see if I can fill up my container, and I'll be right back. Alrighty. Well, we're not completely full, but we got quite a bit of the materials that we needed. So I drove the driller over to the hopper here. Again, very convenient that we don't have to jump out, pull out and put our personal inventory and then put it in the refinery. With this system, we make sure we're parked over it. Jump into our controls, go to our connector. Collectile's already turned on, so we'll turn on the throw out. And we can see the ore dropping into the hopper, which goes directly to the refinery. And we can see the stone is dropping into the refinery because that's the first one in the queue. And of course it's being refined as it loads in. So, even so, we can take, because of the conveyor system, we can grab what the refinery produces, either leave it in the refinery or we can click and drag it to the large cargo, we can click and drag it to assembler, and all that fun stuff. The reactor will even automatically pull from these things. So again, we're stocking up on uranium pretty good. So I think that should do it for this time around. Next time we're going to work on building up the space a little bit and see what interesting things we can have it do. Alrighty, thanks, and have a good one.